Continue with breaking news in downtown Denver. Copter 4 is flying high over Civic Center Park right now, where thousands of people are gathering for the 420 rally, a big public pot party. The crowd is large, but Denver police were prepared for many more.
The legalization of marijuana is expected to bring out more pot smokers, and law enforcement was ready. We have team coverage tonight of the 420 rallies across the state. Nina Sperano is live on the CU campus in Boulder, which is closed to all visitors. And Stan Bush is live in Civic Center Park, where thousands have gathered.
We are just hearing that there were shots fired at Civic Center Park. You can see everyone running. Stan Bush, of course, will not be live. Once again, we have just heard that there are shots fired in Civic Center Park. People are running from the park right now. That's what you're seeing live. Here is Stan. Stan, can you fill us in at all?
Kathy, I don't know if you can hear me right now. We just heard about a series of 4 or 5 shots. They seem to come from the middle of Civic Center Park out towards the Greek amphitheater. And shortly after that, you saw that rush of people. Everyone is trying to leave the park now. We don't have any information right now. These happened literally 30 seconds ago. We can see people crying on their way out, obviously very affected. But within just the last 30 seconds, we've probably seen about 5,000 people trying to leave the park as quickly as they could. If you can look through Copter 4, you'll probably even get a better vision of what we're experiencing right now. But like we said, probably 4 or 5 shots all going off in rapid succession, and the mass crowd just scattering as quickly as possible. But we still don't know very much of what's going on.
Stan,
Go ahead, Kathy.
I'm curious. The crowd, we didn't really give a number. How many people were there at first? Because it certainly has cleared out in just moments, like you said.
Well, about 40 minutes ago was when the height of this rally was supposed to take place, and at that point I would say probably about 20,000. Within the last couple of minutes we've seen many people leave, and I would say that at the point that we heard the shots get fired, it seemed like there might be about 10 to 12,000 people still in the park, and now they are leaving in mass droves, Kathy.
Stan, I know there's a big police presence there today. Did you see where the shots came from and how the police have responded?
Tom, from our vantage point here on Bannock Street, we're right in front of the city-county building. It seemed like those shots were fired down by the Greek amphitheater, which is the epicenter. Actually, we have some witnesses by here saying that it was on the other side of the Greek amphitheater. That's sort of in the epicenter of the rally. And you are correct, there has been a large police presence down here. We're now seeing ambulances come down on Bannock Street. They have been monitoring this, saying that they were expecting that this would be just a peaceful rally. We don't know exactly what the police presence was on the inside of the rally, although we do know that there are undercover officers that have been available throughout.
I want to interrupt you right now, Stan. We're from Copter 4. We are able to see what looks like at least one person down, people around that person, about 4 police motorcycles, and a very strong police presence. As you said, on that one side of the Greek amphitheater there, we see a number of people. They look like they are administering to a particular person, and he looks like he is conscious, and we can once again see people around him, and they look like they're working on his leg. Have you heard anything about anybody injured?
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't see it.
Stan?
I think Stan's talking to a witness right now.
Yeah, go ahead, Kathy.
Have you heard anything about anyone injured there? Because we see a person.
We haven't at this point. Well, we're going to try to find someone who might have been close by to see what we can tell you. The people that have come by were sort of on the outside of that event. As soon as we find someone, we'll let you know.
Yeah, it definitely appears like there is one person that people are standing around that they're working on in some way who is injured down there in Civic Center Park.
And from what we're seeing here, at least that person was talking to officers. It looked like he is responsive right now. But Stan, kind of set the scene for what happened. You were getting ready to go live to talk about the 420 event, and shots rang out. Tell us what happened.
I get the sense, once again, that Stan has gone to get more information. Let's set the scene once more. Right at the top of our newscast, we were trying to go to Stan Bush live. As soon as we went to him live, he started to say, and we could see the people around him, that everyone was fleeing the park, that they had heard at least 4 gunshots. Correct, Tom?
Stan said 4 or 5 shots were fired. Stan, we have you back now. Are you talking to a witness?
Tell us what happened.
What can you tell us?
I don't really know what happened. We were listening to the little clip on stage.
Sounds like Stan is speaking with someone, and they're saying they didn't know what happened at this point.
But again, what we're seeing now from Copter 4, we see one person down who is talking to officers now. Stan, you were there. Once again, Stan Bush is sitting there with a witness. Stan, tell us what you know.
Yeah, well, we're standing with a couple of witnesses who were down at the concert. Tell me what you saw. It happened just a couple minutes ago.
Well, you really couldn't say anything. We were watching the Little Flip concert. It sounded like it came from right behind us. There was probably a bunch of shots.
How many shots do you think were fired? And how
If
close
not
do you
more, because there started to be more.
how close do you think you were?
Close enough for me to get on the ground.
So, what was the initial reaction of everyone? Was it a scatter?
Everybody got down, and then we all took off.
Did you see anybody get hit?
No.
Yeah, but we heard there was, so we don't know.
Were other people getting hurt as they were trying to leave?
There were just people running. She's having a heart attack, maybe.
Well, obviously, everyone's very scared. Had everything been okay inside there before the shooting?
Fine. This has been a peaceful thing. So.
Thank you very much. Tom, Kathy, people obviously very shaken up in here. They had not expected to see anything from all the witnesses that we've seen walking by. They said that this has been a peaceful event. They hadn't seen any disturbances or fights inside the crowd before. They just said that they had heard those shots get fired, and everyone scattered, hit the ground, and tried to be protected, Tom.
So we're seeing ambulances now. Looks like a person is getting ready to be loaded in there. Again, let's set the scene, Kathy. Right around 5 o'clock, we were tossing to Stan Bush to talk about the 420 pot rally here at Civic Center Park. Again, we see the ambulances looks like a gurney here. They're going to load this man up on it. Right around 5 o'clock, as we went to stand, 4 or 5 shots rang out. We don't know who was hit or what happened, but it scattered Civic Center Park. There were 20,000 people there. Now it's just a collection of hundreds.
Absolutely. We saw them running. Now they're here at the park. It looks like they have one individual. I believe it's a male. He is conscious, but they've been working on him for a while now, and they have a gurney there that they're going to put him on and put him in that ambulance and get him out of there. We also saw a short time ago, Tom, what looked like police. There we see some of them in riot gear showing up.
And we don't know if this person was shot. We don't know if he was hit by somebody.
Right.
But we do know 4 or 5 shots have rung out. Some people said that people were hit by the shots. We don't know there. Stan Bush, again, is on the scene. Stan, can you hear us?
I can, Tom. Go ahead.
Okay, once again, we'll set the scene, and we're pulling away now, getting a wider shot from Copter 4. There were, according to Stan, at least 20,000 people there. When we went live to Stan, the place had cleared out quite a bit. But suddenly, he heard about 4 shots. First hearing 4 to 6, and people took off. You could see them behind him in his live shot, just running from the park.
5 or 6 minutes ago, this has happened. And there's been a lot of controversy about this 420 rally here at Civic Center Park. Certainly security was an issue. They were also worried about the grass. But now with shots ringing out, we wonder what this will mean for the future of this 420 rally.
And it's interesting. We had said that the police were definitely ready, that they had a huge police presence. They expected many more people. I saw a number of up to 80,000 people. I don't think that many people showed up. The one gal that Stan spoke with said that it was very peaceful, that there were no problems. We have video now. We're hearing of the shots fired. Let's roll that now.
Okay. You see the crowd there. This is the big crowd right before the shots rang out. About 20,000, Stan Bush says. In the highlighted areas where the shots apparently went off, 4 or 5 shots, a pop, pop, pop. You see them running now.
They are
the shots
taking
are fired.
off.
You see people
scattering.
You can't tell who fired the shots or if anyone's down. But again, this is Civic Center Park about 5 or 6 minutes ago. When shots rang out during the 420 pot rally.
And the gal that Stan spoke with earlier, we didn't get her name, but you could tell that she was very shaken up. It looked like she had been crying or was just so emotional at that point because they were scared. She said close to her, and she was scared enough that she hit the ground.
Stan's ready to go again. Stan, what can you tell us?
Well, we're still watching this emergency response. We've seen the responders now moving up 14th Street to get to that other side of the Greek Theater to address whoever was hit by bullets. We actually had a crew using our mobile backpack that was closer into that. We haven't heard from them yet, and they may have more information when they are able to get back to our location. As you can see right now from our footage and from the helicopter footage, there's still just a trace amount of people that have been left from what this scene was like when the shooting went down. Still not getting very much information, though, on exactly what happened and what led to the shooting, Tom, Kathy.
All right. Stan, once again, let's just set the scene so everyone knows what's going on there at Civic Center Park. You got there, things were pretty much peaceful, and right before we were set to go live to you, say 30 seconds before, people started to scatter, and you heard gunshots, correct?
Yeah, we heard about 4 or 5 gunshots in rapid succession. There was a concert going on in the theater behind us. Shortly, just before we were getting ready to go live, we heard those shots go off, and then thousands of people running for the street side here in the park. From what you're saying, you've seen the police response down there. We have not seen a police response from the Bannock Street side, and it sounds at this point, from the witnesses that we've talked to, that all of this was focused on the other side of the amphitheater. But we also don't have any information right now on what might have caused the shooting, what might have risen tempers to get to the point where shots would be fired.